Well, it is time for the main event. The HAW World Championship is on the line, and coming out first is the first, competitor. Redundancy. It's James Calhoun. James Calhoun, the leader of the Men of Power. The man who he basically wants to use this entire title as a contract to basically get him more money, and hey, you can't blame him. World champions get more money, and he is a very good wrestler. He's big on the market, and you know what? He's not going to get complete control because of Fun Fight Machine failing to pick up the title, but you know what? If he gets this one, at least he has a better hand in negotiating. That's what he'll say. But he has 3 tough competitors, all of them former HAW World Champions, or in the case of Oden Schreiner, current HAW World Champions. But James Calhoun himself, former HAW World Champion. He gets ready for the next competitor who's going to be making their way down to the ring. And of course, it's going to be possibly his biggest rival, Franco Mancini. This man, I think he's the best wrestler in the company. I always say this, the guy wins match after match after match after match. He's been champion multiple times and multiple companies. He seems to always give it his all, and he's always in good control. He's the leader of the transatlantic family who've had a lot of problems with the Men of Power. And Franco Mancini, if I had to put betting money on someone, it would be him in this match. There's no champion advantage, so you know what? I'm going to say Franco Mancini is the favorite for this match. The next challenger, though, Viking. He came out of nowhere. Oh boy, he won the Battle Royal. Got himself a title shot, and he actually ended up pinning Mancini. Mancini was concussed and injured, but Viking came out with that HAW World Championship and won, but he ended up losing to Oden Schreiner. So we've got Viking here, and he's been a little bit off the deep end ever since he lost the title. He's basically devoted his entire life to trying to win this title, and these past few weeks he's been all about not retaining, but re-attaining it. He wants this back, or else I don't know what's going to happen. This guy might go crazy. He might end up in a loony bin. He might buy a boat and pretend he's a real Viking. I don't know. But nonetheless, Viking, he's got himself a very determined look in his eye, and I think that he believes he's the favorite. Whether that remains to be true, we will find out. All this being said, the current champion, member of the Muscle Gang, Oden Schreiner, and man, look at him. He is just always intimidating, always huge, and always ready to beat people up, and pretty much always angry too. Ever since Season 1 of HAW, he's been probably one of the most dominant wrestlers in the company. He's manhandled people time after time after time. He's destroyed people. He's shortened careers. And Oden Schreiner is your current champion. Can he retain it? It's going to be tough, but if someone could do it, I think Oden Schreiner has the capability of doing it. The cells being lowered, by the way. These men are going to be trapped in here. All 4 of them are going to be trapped. Weapons will be allowed. And who knows what's going to happen. Dennis Thompson rings the bell. We're underway. And Oden goes right after Franco. No, Calhoun goes right after Franco. And Viking going right after Oden. Oh man, last week these guys were in a tag team match, and now the partners are immediately fighting each other. I'm not surprised Calhoun's fighting Mancini, though. Those two have a bitter history and a bitter rivalry. Meanwhile, the 2 Europeans are inside the ring fighting each other. Oden and Viking going at it, and Viking with the clothesline. Calhoun now with an eye gouge, and he's just, multiple eye gouges, and now an eye gouge by Franco Mancini. These guys, 2 eye gouges. These guys are playing it dirty outside of the ring, and they don't care. There is no love lost between Franco Mancini and James Calhoun, and Franco now switching over to Viking as Calhoun goes over to Oden, I believe. Viking now getting whipped into the turnbuckle by Franco Mancini, picking him up, and what's he going to do here? Oh my goodness! Lots of weight coming down onto the ground as Viking goes head first, face first into the mat. Oden, meanwhile, on top of James Calhoun, grabbing him by the head and throwing him onto the ground. And now some kicks. Oden Schreiner looks to be in control over James Calhoun, and James Calhoun in a lot of trouble right now. Viking, meanwhile, going for a pinfall onto Franco Mancini, but Franco kicks out at 2. And Oden just keeps pushing him away, and now Oden, well, I don't know. Ooh, both competitors now quickly change partners. Franco going after Calhoun once again. Now, they go back to normal. Viking immediately clotheslines Franco Mancini, and now he wants to go after everyone, basically. I think he even hit Calhoun right there. And now Viking picking up Franco, backbreaker onto Franco. Calhoun now outside the ring, and now there he goes. He's on the floor once again. Oden and James Calhoun fighting each other outside here, while Oden with a punch and striking away at James Calhoun and a kick. And now lifting him up, and he just rams him into the cell right there, and then throws him onto the mat outside. That does some damage, folks. A lot of damage to the back of James Calhoun. Meanwhile, in the ring, we've got Franco getting beat up by Viking. The Franco now getting control. And, he hits the pickpocket on Viking. This could be the match right here, folks. But no, he doesn't go for the pin yet. I guess he does realize he needs to do some more damage to Viking before he does anything. And now Oden Schreiner is put back into the ring. Calhoun. He's now back in the ring, and he's going to continue. Oh, wait, we got Franco going for the pinfall right here. 1, 2, and James Calhoun wisely breaking that up. I don't think he knew the damage that was done to Viking, but there he was. And now Franco going after Oden Schreiner, and Calhoun going after Viking. We got 2 competitors in the corners right now, and we're going to look like we're having 2 turnbuckle moves happening, I think. At least Oden has Franco up on the top rope. Calhoun has Viking up on the top rope. What are we going to see here? Oh my goodness. We got 1 slam off the top rope and 2 off the top rope. Oh my God. Oden going for the pin. 1, 2, and Calhoun at the last second breaks it up. I think that was Oden Schreiner's big shot right there. But Calhoun he was able to get over there in time. Franco Mancini now outside the ring. Well, now Oden outside the ring. Viking spinning around and slamming down James Calhoun, and now Franco just playing hide and seek or whatever with Oden Schreiner. And now a double team right there onto James Calhoun. Franco Mancini now punching away at Oden Schreiner, and now Calhoun goes right after Franco Mancini. And the throat toss by Viking onto Oden Schreiner. He's going for the cover now. 1, 2, no! Oh, that was 2.8, and Viking couldn't complete the pin. Oh, he has to not be happy with that. He has to be very disappointed in himself. And off the top rope again, James Calhoun onto Franco Mancini. Oh my goodness, the damage that Calhoun has been inflicting in this match. 1, 2, no! Franco kicks out at 2. And now referee Dennis Thompson doesn't realize there's a pinfall going on, and he never even went down to his knees, and Calhoun broke that up. Very controversial right there, because Oden Schreiner hit his big elbows onto Viking, and that could have been it right there. We got ourselves a cover by Franco. 1, and Viking quickly makes sure that's not the end of the match as he sends Franco Mancini into the corner. Viking now putting Franco up onto the top rope, and Franco was taking a lot of damage, folks. He might have been seen as the favorite, and everyone seems to be, oh, wait a minute, a choke slam off the top rope. Everyone focusing on Franco Mancini, and he is just taking a world of hurt as Oden Schreiner goes for a pin. 1, 2, and James Calhoun kicks out at 2, not at 3. Viking now leaving the ring. What's he got up his sleeve? Well, he doesn't have any sleeves. And Viking taking out a sledgehammer, and he hits Franco right in the stomach. The poor man has taken a lot of damage, folks. Viking, and he hits him again. using weapons, and it's perfectly allowed in this match, and he's all alone in the ring with Franco Mancini. I think he maybe should have gone for a pinfall right there, and maybe he should have, because Franco reversed out of it, and oh, he's going for the pickpocket. That Viking saw it and stopped it right there, and now Viking picking up Franco Mancini. And no, well, Franco there, he was going for another slam, but Franco quickly hit Viking in the head. And oh, a headbutt by Viking onto Franco Mancini. Meanwhile, Oden Schreiner's been posing. Well, we got a pinfall here. 1, 2, and Franco Mancini kicks out at 2. Oden Schreiner going after Calhoun, and Calhoun, I think he just felt the hammer. That had to hurt a little bit. And Oden Schreiner going 1, 2. That was a slow count by Dennis Thompson right there. And a power, no, oh, I thought it was a power bomb. It was a bit of an alley-oop by Viking, but Franco Mancini hitting his head off the turnbuckle again. That's what got Viking the championship 2 months ago. But he's not going for the pinfall right there. He might be waiting for a throat toss, but oh, he had a submission there, and Oden wisely breaking up the submission so that Franco Mancini couldn't do anything. And Franco, arm breaker there, and a German suplex by Oden Schreiner onto James Calhoun. Franco Mancini now punching at Calhoun, and not at Calhoun, but Oden Schreiner. Now he's got him in a bit of a submission, a bit of an armbar there. As Viking breaks that up, he doesn't want a submission. Good call by Viking. Now we have different partners. Calhoun punching Viking outside the ring. Oden's against the ropes. Franco, what's he got planned up his sleeve? He has Oden down, and oh, couldn't do anything. Oh, what a jawbreaker there onto Oden Schreiner. Franco Mancini finally doing pretty good in the match. We got to cover very quickly. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Calhoun breaking it up. Very, very close. 2.9, and I thought he had the match right there. I thought Franco was going to pick up the victory, but Calhoun breaking it up once again. We got ourselves a cover now. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Viking, with every ounce of energy he has, he kicked out. And Calhoun wiping the sweat off, not believing it, as he's punching away at Viking now. And now, oh, a slam there by Calhoun. We had 2 slams. Are we going to see simultaneous pins? Well, Franco's going for a pin, but Calhoun is right there. He easily breaks that up at 1. And Calhoun picking up Franco Mancini and Irish whipping him into the turnbuckle. And shoulder first. And meanwhile, Viking's been down this whole time. Calhoun, and at the last second, Oden Schreiner was being opportunistic, but Calhoun, once again, very, very ring awareness, doing good, and that wasn't English at all. But he just broke that pin up. Oden now, stomach breaker onto James Calhoun, but Calhoun hitches his kick and takes him down. Viking, meanwhile, sending Franco Mancini outside the ring. Well, outside the ring now. And Calhoun smashing the head of Oden Schreiner off the mat. He's all alone in the ring, wiping the sweat off again. And he's going for the pinfall. What do we have here? 1, 2, 3. A 3 count right there. And Oden Schreiner just couldn't take any more. And there we have it, folks. James Calhoun, the new HAW World Champion. And oh man, all of these competitors gave it them all. I thought there was multiple moments where they had it. Viking was so close many times. Franco was close. Oden was close. Everyone hit their finishers. Everyone hit signature moves. But every time people kicked out. And there was reversals, and there was dirty play, and there was weapons. This match had it all. There was top rope maneuvers, high risk everything. Oh my goodness, but in the end, and look at this throat toss by Viking onto Oden Schreiner. He probably thought he had the match won there. 1, 2, not enough. And then James Calhoun. I mean, Oden was clearly in pain right there, and then he just smashed his head multiple times. You could see the force actually sent the sledgehammer bouncing up in the air. And Calhoun, like a killer, didn't even care if any damage he did. Oden Schreiner came in, and Franco couldn't get there in time. He was upset, and James Calhoun showing defiance as he becomes the new AJW World Champion. He's celebrating. Well, he's going to have very good contract negotiations. This is probably the worst case scenario for Freezer Man, I'd imagine, but he's going to have to pay out some good coin if he wants James Calhoun here next season. And James Calhoun, he has to be happy. Look at how pumped he is. He did it. James Calhoun is the new HAW World Champion.